Welcome to the video. Before we begin, if not already, please take a moment to subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And click the bell icon to receive notifications when I upload. Comment your little heart out. And most of all, please enjoy. Now back to the video. Look, it's a special guest. Would you want to know when you're going to die? Would that help you prepare, or just kind of take the fun out of it? I suppose it depends on how much time you get. 50 years? Sure, plenty of time to prepare. 2 days? I'm gonna sit here crying and eating Haagen-Dazs until I pass out. They have a smartphone app for everything. When you install an app, do you read the agreement? Does anyone?
Fine, you don't want to be part of this? Then just sign right here. No, you didn't read it!
What's the worst that can happen? This is Countdown. Parents, do you know where your kids are? They're out partying, downloading shady smartphone apps, probably drinking. Kids these days, am I right? Courtney is peer pressured into downloading Countdown, an app that tells you when you're supposed to die. She gets 3 hours and 22 minutes. So instead of letting her drunk boyfriend Evan drive her home, she walks, which breaks the agreement she signed when she installed it. We get a few fake outs, yada yada yada, and at 3 hours and 22 minutes, Evan crashes his car, and this would have killed Courtney. So, time's up, she's terrorized and killed by a supernatural entity. Death is apparently just fine with a plan B. She never got a chance to give it a bad review. Elizabeth Lale is Nurse Quinn Harris. She's treating Evan, who tells her about the app. Seeing Courtney die made him a believer, and he's scheduled to be in surgery when his timer hits 0. Of course, more people are downloading the app.
I'm only gonna make it to 87. Got robbed, kid.
57 years.
A drug overdose patient rushes in to show us the amazing properties of Hollywood Narcan. It'll bring you back from any drug overdose. Just in case anyone here needs to overdose and we need a revive. Wink. I keep forgetting to wink. Quinn downloads the app as well, and it tells her she only has 3 days to live. She catches her sister getting freaky in the closet.
You want to put a shirt on, Joe?
Can I have my pants too? Why are we fighting? So we can work together in the third act and you'll appreciate your big sister more. Evan cancels his surgery, thinking this will sidestep his destiny. What if skipping the surgery would have endangered his life anyway? The end isn't as important as the timetable, apparently. He sees a vision of Courtney. You know, the girl he would have killed with his irresponsibility, regardless of some phone app. Maybe she'll forgive him? Not even close. Wow, that's a hell of a screen protector. This also makes Quinn realize there might be something to this app, and she's being sexually harassed by Dr. Sleep With Me, played by Peter Fasinelli.
I mean, come on, I see the way you look at me. What are you, some kind of tease?
Conduct unbecoming a Cullen. Bring on the Google search, because you can trust everything you see on the internet.
Oh god, oh god.
She can't get away from the Wii phone. She tries to get a new phone from my favorite character in the movie, a cell phone clerk played by Tom Segura.
Just lost yourself a customer, smartass.
Oh, I did? Do you think I'll be able to find another one, or next?
He sells her a new phone, and only in movies does this process take seconds. But the app manages to follow her.
This app. Why is it on there?
Oh, that just comes with T-Mobile. She also meets another app user, Matt, played by Jordan Calloway. They don't have the terms and conditions in front of them, so they trick a nearby NPC to install the app so they can read the contract.
Wait. Are you crazy? You should never accept the terms and conditions without reading them first.
You have a day to live. Don't waste your precious time peeing.
Oh, buddy, I said this one's taken. Use another.
At least he's in the right room to shit himself. This is a brave man. I hear the pipes gurgle wrong in the public bathroom. I'm out the door. George Michael's coming to get me. Oh, and Dr. Sleep With Me? He's accusing Quinn of being the harasser. Of course, everyone believes the scumbag.
He is the one who cornered me. What? I don't get a say in this?
The church is no help at first, so they refer them to their demon expert, Father John, played by P.J. Byrne.
Do you believe in demons?
Big time.
He's eating communion wafers like Triscuits. I love it. Wash it down with some wine, huh? He knows a lot about this stuff and has some decent advice, and immediately identifies the app actually delivers a curse. Before phones, this was done with scrolls. No, that's not a joke, really, scrolls. Quinn gets help from Phone Guy. They bribe him to mod the app and give them a few more years. If they don't die, this will at least get them a DCMA violation. Enjoy your literal borrowed time. But it's no good. You can't defeat the forces of darkness with a software trainer. Younger sister Jordan's time is coming up. Father John has a ritual up his sleeve. Anything to stay out of a courtroom, am I right?
Curses can be broken. Satan is the father of lies. If you can prove him a liar, you can break the curse.
What does that mean?
The idea is to keep one of them alive past their scheduled time of death, which would break the curse for everyone. You're supposed to stay in the circle of salt on the floor. See, the demon can't enter. But, like a dumbass, Matt crosses the line when his dead little brother shows up. 30 seconds after seeing this fucker, you're not just a little bit suspicious?
Gotcha, bitch!
Whew. Safe out in the middle of this major road. Never mind, the driver's probably hurt too, but fuck him, right? At least try to put the scumbag to good use. We know from earlier that he has the app as well. Quinn lures Dr. Sleep With Me to a deserted wing of the hospital with the promise of a professional-level prostate exam. The doctors here have so much free time. Of course, this is a trap. Or is it an experiment?
What the hell is that?
Morphine!
The demon saves him before Quinn can give him a fatal overdose. So what is this testing exactly? This opens up a plot hole, or at least a tear in their logic. If a person is not supposed to die before their curse is up, does that make them invincible until then? And more importantly, when was this app downloaded by the cast of Jackass? Every time she attack, the demon protect. Dr. Sleep With Me gets away, but with a minute left in her countdown, he's hardly worth the effort anymore. And her sister has even less time. But Quinn's plan is simple.
Get away from her, you bitch!
She just has to kill herself before the timer hits 0. It's gonna take more than a vision of her dead mother to distract her from that sweet, sweet morphine. The end. And it seems to work. She dies before her time runs out, and the demon poops with the demonic version of blue balls. The end. Remember, Quinn has a plan. She leaves a bottle of Narcan and instructions to resurrect the dead, just in time for Easter. And don't worry about air bubbles. At this point, what have you got to lose?
That was fucking trippy.
This is literally a miracle in a bottle. You have any of that morphine left? Shut up. Happy family. Well, Mom is still dead. But Dr. Sleep With Me is finally taken down when more women step up to accuse him. #MeToo. But we can't let it end that way, can we? Should have turned off auto update. Not only does she now have Countdown 2.0, but somehow they installed Windows 11. That was Countdown.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
This review is brought to you by today's sponsor, Countdown. You want to know when you're gonna die? You have trouble deciding your fate? You want that shit taken completely out of your hands? Download Countdown today. It's completely free, no microtransactions, no pay to win, no referral bonuses. Just you and your fate. Their servers are super secure, so your information is completely safe from non-demonic hackers. Countdown doesn't choose your fate, it just enforces it. So don't cry about it like a big baby. So download Countdown today and use my promo code to add an extra 3 days to your time. You're probably gonna want it. Countdown. Why the hell would you download this? There's actually an app just like this one put out by the studios to promote the movie. It's cute, it messes with your phone a bit, turns on your light, stuff like that. Yeah, I installed it, and according to the app, I have another 46 years, so yay! It's just another example of techno-horror where technology is a tool of evil creatures, like Bo Burnham. Kidding, kidding, kidding. Love you, Bo. It has a type of fear that preys on the unfamiliar. We don't go into the abandoned house on the hill anymore. Nobody wanders into the dark woods. It's the internet, mobile devices, 5G. That's where it's at. Jordan, her younger sister, in similar danger was obvious and cliche. And of course, Jordan gets the app when Quinn does, and of course their time of death will be very close together. The death demon, or whatever it is, doesn't feel very original. It behaves like Final Destination. It's intent on enforcing fate with lethal consequences for violating a grand scheme. Still, I don't care for it having a physical or visual appearance. It takes a lot of the mystery out of it. Tell me what's scarier. This guy you have a chance to outrun, or a sudden and unforeseen aneurysm you can't possibly defend against? Have I mentioned how these two are my favorite characters? It's not super dreary for a horror movie. It has a lighter feel, much like Happy Death Day, where they have a bit of tongue-in-cheek. It is flawed, but it's still entertaining. Nothing induces dread quite like the knowledge that death is actively coming for you. There are some inconsistencies how the curse works. If you're given a time to die, that's apparently the only time you're allowed to die, until you're not. Quinn's plan to beat her time of death is tried immediately after demonstrating this shouldn't work. Is it about doing it while the demon is distracted? If the demon can only work on one victim at a time, he must have a very busy planner. The concept is a little too familiar to Final Destination, a franchise that started to wear thin eventually. Where this differs is rather than setting up Rube Goldberg-style executions, the death is a bit more straightforward. Still, I found it scarier when death would come from a less obvious direction and not a physical being. The build-up starts strong, but by the third act it fizzles. The finale was a bit anticlimactic, and I was actually caught off guard that this was the final battle. Still, better than I expected. Countdown is 3.5 Bs. Comparisons to other franchises hurt an otherwise competent movie. Just doesn't bring anything really fresh. The sexual harassment subplot was shoehorned in and just not needed. #MeToo. So remember, always read the fine print. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment the bell, you know, the usual YouTube stuff. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Toodles. 0.